Got another microphone if you want to do some co-commentary. Hello and welcome. We're back again at the Tog24 the British Open. This is the third qualifying round. We're not kicked off just yet. Just waiting for the whistle to go, but we're back on the show to run. Hi Chris, thanks for joining. So we've got the England youth squad playing on this terrain, and they're playing against David and Jamie Blyton with Thierry Condette. So a bit of a northern showing against a really young team here. Should be some good experience for the youth squad, who I think this is their first time sort of really playing together as a team. So let's see how they're getting on. Cool. And how did they get on in the first two games?
1-1, lost one.
1-1, lost one. Great. So that was the whistle. We're just about to get things started. I think they might be starting from this end, so I think I'm going to move down to the other end. So hi Tony, I'm sure this is a match that you're going to watch with great interest. What I'll do for this perhaps is maybe not necessarily always zoom into the action area, because I'm sure you'll want to keep an eye on things like techniques. It's quite important. So I think we're short with that throw of the jack. So we've just seen the placement, and it's definitely good this time. So of course on the opposing team to the youth squad is David Blyton, who is another one of our youngsters. So the NYS squads, see this morning, afternoon even, they've won one, lost one so far. So an okay start for this year's the British Open. Thierry stepping into the circle to pop in his first point. It's good, it's made the distance, sat right on the jack, so it's a really, really strong point. We're going to see Soli from Chiltern stepping into the circle now to take on the shot. He's 16 years old. 7.5, 8 metres maybe. See if she can make an impact. Lucky there, just a little bit short, a little bit off to the side, but she's going to take it on again. She's got it that time. Dropped short again, but that's worked for the benefit, I think. What that's done is clip the ball on the side and taken it out cleanly without killing the end. So another bit of a bad bounce there on this tricky terrain. I am going to get these two lads mixed up. I have been informed of their names, but I think I'm going to get it the wrong way around. Is this Archie or Luke now that's in the circle? So taking on the point, 2 balls to come. I think that's just gone long. Just tickled the jack and just trailed through. Thanks, Tony. So this is Luke, and 15 years old from the Kent region. It's good to see our young players out and competing against some very experienced players of lots of different ability, really. You know, there's some really good teams here, some OK teams, some local teams, some national teams, some international teams. So this should offer some really good experience for our youth squad. So not the greatest start for the NYS squads. A couple of missed shots, some balls coming up short, but they are in front. They could cause a problem. And in trying to come round them, Thierry's ball's gone long there, so that's no good. So team Blyton Junior holding the 1 point. So Jamie Blyton now in the circle. And another bit of a bad bounce there. It's hit one of these big stones and not travelled the distance. There's still a few balls to come from Team Blyton. 3 balls, so could still get quite a few points in this end. Gone for the low pitched shot with that one. It's made the distance, so that's 2. And David Blyton just filling in the landing spot there, so it looks like he's going to go for a similar kind of style. And try that low pitched roll, and that's taking the 3rd. Really nice, cool, calm under pressure shot. Everybody thinks there's no pressure when you just point it into space to take the points, but there's definitely lots of it. Pressure to make it count. It's 4. So 4 points for Team Blyton. 4 points pour l'équipe Blyton après la première minute. 4-0. So just travel down the other end now so we can try and get as much as possible in for those of you watching. Thank you for joining. David just indicating where he would like this to be thrown. Not quite made the distance, but the line is there. It's a good ball there from Thierry. It's in front, but it's a little bit short. So it's like we're going to see the point here. There's plenty of room for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice control point there. I think it might have just bounced through. Made the distance nicely. Ignored that front ball, but it's has just travelled. Just nipped out the back. So looks like they're going to take on the shot now. So Soli just dropping her second ball. So she prefers to shoot with just the business ball in hand.
Watch that.
Lots of focus there. Didn't take her eye off the ball. Checked the shot. Killed the ball. It's 2 on the ground. So England youth squad 2 on the ground. It's a good shot there from Soli. Not too much power, just floats the ball. Comes up short, but does its job.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Pressure on Thierry to take back the point, which is done. So definitely looks like this is another opportunity for Soli to really make an impact. Can she hit this shot? She's got it. She's got it again. Some hand slaps of encouragement there from the youth squads. Teammates happy with the performance so far in this end. So there's Jamie searching the point. Cherche le point. Gone for that low shot. Pitch and roll. But it's got off to the side and not done what he set out for. So youth squad still holding the point. Salut Christophe. So yeah, good point there from Jamie. Really swinging the pressure back onto the England youth squad. Big shot needed now to shift this. She's got the hit. Just landed just in front of the ball there, and clipped up, took the ball out. Looks like there might be two on the ground there. So yeah, I think the youth squad holding two on the ground. It's 4-0 to Team Blyton. This is David Blyton now, another one of England's young players in the circle. Just good ball. From here it looks like it's just come up short. So yeah, but it's in second, so it's taken 1 point from the youth squad. And David's going to try now and I think take the point. And that was just pulled to the side, so the NYS squad still holding the point with 2 ball to come. So there is an opportunity for 2 carrow for 4, but yeah, definitely what I thought might happen. They're going to go for the point. It's just come up short. Lucky he didn't have more pace in it, otherwise it could have nudged David's ball on to shift the point in the opposition's favour, but it hasn't done, so no disaster here. The youth squad still holding the 1 with 1 ball to come. Looks like he's got it, so I think that's 2. Oui, c'est ça, c'est 2 points. So 4-2 now to Team Blyton. England youths taking 2 points that end to get them into this game. So looks like that might be short. Yeah, it is. So that's short again there with the throw of the jack, but nothing too concerning. Thierry just placing, I think about 8.5 metres maybe. So 4-2 to Team Blyton. It's Jamie and David Blyton and Thierry Condette against the England youth squad. 2 points the last end to bring this level. Rather get them into the game, not bring it level. Decent first point there. They just stop. A little bit short, but it's good. It's in front. Strong point, and it's good until it's not. So Thierry's got to beat that. Here at the Tog24 La British Open 2019. This is the 3rd qualifying round. This is the last match today, although we will have the Boulogne-sur-Tir de Precision following after this match. So it's gone long from Thierry. He's a player in the northern region, which is where we are, Heckmondwike in the northern Petanque region. That was gone. Not sure if it completely crossed the line, so they have just left it in situ. But it's rolled off to the side and it's sat just over the line. So that went dead. So Thierry out of balls now, one long and the other skipping off to the side. So Jamie Blyton, it's the most of the Blyton family in action today. We saw Jamie and David started in action in the first match, Matt, with Lee, Edgar and Alex Bauer of Germany. Decent point there from Jamie. Might have just pulled off to the side though. They reckon it's got it. So yeah, the squad in agreement. Solely thinking about the shot. Looks like she's going to take it on. Got some good hits in the last end, so can she keep that form going? So unlucky there. Good line, not the right length. Did drop short, and in doing so skipped off to the side. So plenty of room there, so I think they might see a point. Yeah. Certainly looks that way. So not enough on that. Nice technique, nice height, but didn't quite get the distance, so it's come up short. Unfortunate, but level on balls. So a little bit of pacing out there to judge the distance and to consider what type of point it's going to play. We're going to see a demi-portée. Yeah, like that. And it's got it. It's made the distance. Nice bit of height, but not a full-on portée. So David Blyton, Northern shooting champion, called into action to take on this shot. It's come up short, played that quite low. So yeah, I think that's it. Don't think we're going to see him shoot again in this end. Certainly not just yet. 2 plays 2, and the England youth squad holding. So yeah, David is going to shoot again. The Team Blyton have decided. So what we're going to see this time. That might have worked. Seemed much more comfortable with that shot, even though he didn't get what he played for. Had the height, had the little bit too much distance, but he's pinned the jack. Has changed things a little bit, but not quite enough. So the ball you can see just in the bottom left of the screen, they thought was the one holding the point, but I don't think it is. So still 1 to the England youth squad. Last ball coming from Team Blyton. Going to come up his right, our left. There's plenty of space there. Also plenty of big stones and plenty of undulations. So it's taking it. That's the last ball. It's taking the point. It's not close enough to force a shot, although they might want to think about a shot. But what will that gain them? So are we just going to see some pointing? Youth squad just conferring with their coach to get an idea of what he thinks. So it does look like a point. Yeah, definitely going to play for the point here, as Solly, the shooter, still holding one ball in the hand. So yeah, that one's got it. It's a great point there. Completely ignoring the balls in front, playing to the side. It's gone a little bit long, but when your opponent's not got any balls to play, that doesn't matter because it's taking the point. So Solly with the opportunity now to bring this game level at 4-all. Just made the distance. And that's it, that's 2 points. 2 points. Ça fait 4 partout, 4-all, Team Blyton and the England youth squad. Yeah, I have to agree there, Tony. Really confident pointing. It looks like it's another short throw of the jack. Maybe something for the next training session, but it's been placed now. About 8.5 metres, I reckon, maybe 9. It's 4-all in this third qualifying match, the last qualifying match of today's play at the Tog24 La British Open 2019 at Heckmondwike Pétanque Club. The England youth squad having won one, lost one so far this afternoon. They'll be looking for a win here to go into tomorrow in a good position. But regardless of what happens for them this weekend, this is certainly a great opportunity to gain some much needed experience playing against some fantastic opposition. Bit of a bad bounce on that first point there, but it's good until it's not. Thierry's still got to play his ball and he's still got to get in there. Is he going to make the point? It's might have just nicked it, but it's slowed down and stopped. He's taking the point. It's point to come now. So decent ball there, it was looking good, but Thierry's ball, promoting it, but nothing's changed. England youth squad now with one ball in front, one behind off to the side. An opportunity to rest on this ball perhaps now, to make it difficult to remove. It's in a good position to do so, so let's see if that's what we're going to play for. So Luke stepping up to take on this point. Nice bit of height on that. Just run through, look good. But unfortunately not. It's another opportunity now for Luke. It's 4-all in this third qualifying match. England youth squad against Team Blyton. It's got it. It's got it with that one. So David Blyton of Team Blyton to step up. Another, said earlier, another one of our young players for England. So not hit anything so far, but he has got it in him. It's another one that's just come up short, just bounced over. It looks like there's a bit of a dip in the ground there, so I think he's come up to compensate, but come up short and bounced over, and that one's gone wide. So David not quite found his form in this match. Thierry now searching the point. So he's taking it, and he's trailed the jack, which is taking a point. Which happens, c'est la pétanque. Sully now with 2 balls. So 2 plays 3. 2 plays 2. So Rich, if somebody can update Rich, it's 4-all. If somebody could type that in a comment so he can read it, that would be really useful. So unlucky there from Sully with the shot. C'est dommage. Mais encore une boule. So one more to come. Looks like we'll be seeing the point now to try and close this down. 2 balls to come from the other team. So yeah, it's a really good ball. Great point. Gone behind, but it's in the area, making it a little bit more difficult for Jamie to point in. Of course, with that trail on the jack, what we've seen is we've now got balls in front to make it a little bit more difficult. Well, it wouldn't be so bad for a left-hander, but let's. He's going to come the other side. No, is Rich. No, you can't hear me, but pas souci. So it's not quite made it. It's not third either, I don't think. So. Got something in his own way now, so is he going to try and play into it? He's going to have to do that with some force if that's the case, but maybe I'd be tempted to go for something high. But I think he's going to try something similar and come around that outside. Yeah, he got a nice spin on it, but it's not travelled enough, so that's one. So yeah, I think you're right there, Chris. Got clipboard in hand. So just 1 point for Team Blyton, taking them to 5-4, 5-4. We keep Blyton. It's third qualifying round at the British Open. So we've got Daddy B just arrived.
Having a check on how they're doing.
Matt Blyton just joining us. How do you get on? You must have finished.
Well, we're still playing actually. I'm just being a bit nosy. You know. I've got. Oh, as well as know they're winning, I can go back to my game. See you later.
So yeah, Matt just coming to check on his boys, see how they're getting on. Getting back to his game now with Lee and Alex. Not sure who they're playing. So Solly's ball there, pinged the jack backwards. Ball travelled pretty quick, but it's actually stayed in. So so unfortunately only going to be able to get in the action now rather than the players, but you can see there Thierry's ball taking the point. Sully's ball from before. Just try and show you that. Just here, just sat on the line. So away off from the jack, but it's still live. Archie now stepping up to point. That's a fantastic point. Great point from England youth player there, Archie. And David Blyton stepping into the circle again to take on this shot. Missed 4 out of 4 so far, so probably feeling the pressure now, needs to hit something. So unlucky. C'est dommage, c'est juste derrière, just behind. Got short that time. Had a bit of a tough time. I'll just pop it there. Cheers. No, it's fine, it's alright. Hi Phil, hi Matt, thanks for joining. So yeah, that great point from Archie, I think it was. Really applying the pressure now. It's forced David to shoot twice. Unfortunately for them, he's missed twice. So Jamie Blyton taking on the point, and that's really quite short. So 5-4 to Team Blyton, David, Jamie and Thierry Condette against the England youth squad. So not a bad ball from Jamie there, just nudging his other one forward, but nowhere near enough to be counting for anything. The youth squad, 3-4 balls to come. So there's room to point, but the ball in second might cause them some trouble, but I think they're going to come up the other side. Sully's indicating with her foot where she thinks the ball should be put. So if they can get it there, they might be able to consider the shot. Let's see if Archie can do the same again. A couple of balls in the line on the other side. That's why Sully's saying come up this side. It's a good ball from Archie. It's in third. It's not counting just yet, but Sully going to take on this shot now, try and clear the silver ball out. just to the left of the jack, which is in second. If she can get rid of this, it'll be 2. If she stays, it'll be 3. With Luke holding 2 bull in hand. It's a long way. And she couldn't quite make that. Look good. It's made a good distance, but it's not enough. So Luke with 2 bulls in hand, got a decision to make now. Worth a shot. Worth a point. If you point and you're playing against the terrain. If you're shooting, you're only playing against yourself. So opting to point here with 2 bulls. It's got the height, it's not got the legs. It's 1 point on the ground, so that brings it to 5 all, 1 ball to come. Let's see what happens this end. Of course, these are time games, 1 hour plus 1 end. It's the last game of today. Gone for point again, a bit more on that one, but it took a kick, so it's just 1 point. Un point, ça fait 5 partout, 5 all. Huh? So Jason and Scott giving us a wave. How'd you get on your last game? It's another win, 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3 for Team White. So a great first point there from Archie. Having just brought themselves back level. It's a great pressure bull to stamp control on this game. David Blyton stepping into the circle now, taking on the shot. Needs a hit here. Not hit anything yet so far. Can he overcome the pressure? Salut Cyril. So another miss there from David. He's not looking too comfortable in the circle, but he must have won one today, lost one, to be playing against the England youth squad on the same results. Thierry pointing in now. It's come up just a little bit short, but it's a good one. Definitely a good defensive bull. We're going to play the same line, try and nudge it forward maybe. It was easy to be stood here and dictating what you think people might do, but it looks the same in the circle. And played a similar line. Not taking the point, but that's 2 decent defensive bulls in the front. With Jamie Blyton with 2 bulls left to play. So the youth squad still holding 5 after that first great point from Archie. So another decent bull from Jamie there. Close the front line down. Just needs something the other side to close that down and make it difficult for these youngsters to score any more points. He's come up short with that one. So plenty of space there for Archie to come in. He's going to be playing for the point, I think, if he can get some inward spin on that, but anywhere in the vicinity could put the shot on for Solly to clear out the one on the right. So managed to hit the front ball, which can happen. I always think a ball that's so far in front and isn't going to matter. Can do. Can kind of draw your attention to it rather than drawing it away. Of course, I also couldn't see, so I don't know if it took a bounce or not. But still 4 ball to come. Still an opportunity here to score a big end. There's some more conferring going on now between the MYS squad and the coach. I'm not sure what the consensus is, but looks like pointing into a ball at the front to clear up some space. Gone for the powered high lob into the balls in front to try and play off it. It's cleared one out and bounced theirs out to the back. Could be in third if there's a shot, but it doesn't look like it. So a bit of space now opened up, so I think it's a case of playing into that space. Let's come around the other side. Is it third? Is it worth a shot? Solly's got 2. Can she shoot for 2? Caro for 3. Does she fancy it? She got the confidence to take on this shot under pressure. So there is a risk. You pull to the side, you take your own. There is no reward without risk, so what are we going to see here? She's taking the shot. Yeah, she's taken their ball to put the opposition on for a point. Much of the same now, I think. Shoot for the point. So she's got it this time, and that's 1 point. So that puts the England youth squad in the lead for the first time with the 1 point, puts them on 6, 6-5, 6-5 pour l'équipe anglaise jaune. So yeah, just the 1 point that ends, 6-5 to the MYS squad. So I think that's good, 50 centimetres in. It's a long way, I'm guessing maybe 9. And Archie to point, can he do the same as he did last time? He can. It's a great point. Really well played there. So it looks like David and Jamie switch roles. Jamie stepping up as shooter. he's got the shot. Both balls dead, so should be Team Blyton to play. So yeah, Team Blyton to play after both balls go out. So the team searching the point to points. So David coming in as pointer rather than Mia, and Thierry must be switching to Mia. So a big shift in team dynamic there. Is it enough to change the dynamic of this game? 6-5 to the England youth squad. Good strong point there from David Blyton as well. So Archie stepping up to point again, hoping he can do the same as before and the same as the last end with some monster pointing. It's a great ball, just gone long. So a bit unlucky there. Great technique, great lift, great landing sport, but didn't slow down quite enough and has just trailed through the back. But it's in a good position. So Luke now stepping into point. To see if we can remain in control of this game. Leading by 1. Of course we're on time games here, so it could end before reaching 13. So it was looking good. The team was celebrating. It's just hit a stone and stopped. Not sure if it's there. Yeah, it's come up short. Unlucky really. Big pile of stones that slowed it down nicely, but slowed it down too much. The ball just rolling back off them. So can Luke do something similar, but better? It's similar, but not quite enough. It's come off to the side, come up short. So Sully, 2 balls. Team Blyton with 4. So 2 plays 4. And point on the ground for the team with 4. So Sully's ball, nice and low. Bounced, bobbled and rolled and got there. Taking the point. Lots of support for the youth squad from the people in the sidelines. Jamie going to take on this shot again now. Can he make it 2 out of 2? No, he can't. So 2 plays 1. Thierry with 2, Sully with 1. England youth squad holding the point. What are we going to see? Stephen and John Street for coming back for this 3rd game. The Roulancy tir de precision killer knockout stage after this match. It's played out much like the game of killer in pool. Every contestant gets 3 lives, and we'll draw a random discipline out of a hat. So perhaps shooting the ball behind at 8 metres. If you hit, you continue. If you miss, you lose a life. But continue. 3 misses, you're out. Until we get down to the last 4, we'll go into the semi-finals and finals tomorrow. But that's coming up soon. For the moment, we're back in this 3rd qualifying match. And David is pointing his last. So yeah, so I thought it was 2 plays 1, but it was 3. And David's ball coming up short. Thierry with 2, so now it's 2 plays 1. It's hit stone and gone wide. Now it's 1 plays 1. So as it stands, there is currently a shot on the ground for 3 for the youth squad. But that could all change with Thierry's last ball. And it has, that's made it. It's taken the point. So it's a shot for 1. Sully going to take on this shot, or is she going to try and point it and trail that jack? Carrow for 2. Hit for 1. Can she make this shot under pressure? Just kill the end. Hit the balls in front, ping the jack, kill the end. Still 6-5 to the England youth squad. Not a bad outcome for the England youngsters. Still in the lead in this game. And we mustn't be far off the whistle going. So that could be long. Just going to see that paced out. Yeah, so we think that's long. Finish now?
We have, yeah.
So we've got Matt here just joining us again. He's just finished his game. Did you get a win?
We did, yes, 13-2.
So that's 2 out of 3 now, is it?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Sets us up nicely for tomorrow.
Indeed.
So how are we doing here then?
So it's 6-5 to the MYS squad.
Okay.
Last end was killed with the last ball. Solly with a shot to take out Thierry's ball to give the youth squad another point, but came up short, hit another ball which went into the jack and killed the end. So
you're doing a great job streaming here, Chris.
yeah, no worries, thank you. So David just placing that now. So David and Jamie have had a bit of a switch round. Jamie's taken on the role of shooting. David
Gone into the middle, is he?
Yeah, he's got his first pointer, certainly in the last end. Thierry going in middle.
Try to get up to a slightly stronger start each end.
I think 5 misses out of 5 from David with his shooting in the earlier ends.
Okay.
Really falling into form in
okay.
this. Well, no, it's not. Nobody wants.
okay.
Nobody wants that.
I'll have to have serious words with him later, Chris. No pizza from the pizza.
No
oven.
pizza. Yeah. So
No stuff from Tog24.
no new balls
no
from
beer
DC
from the bar.
Petanque. Yeah.
Yeah, Dad will have to drink that for him.
Not old enough for that yet, is it? 17, is he now,
of course
David?
not. Absolutely, of course not.
I'll have to block the line if you don't.
17, is it, David? No,
No, he's 16. He's 17 in November.
17 November.
This is therefore his last year because he's an autumn boy.
So, yeah,
Tricky pitch playing on this earlier on today.
Very tricky.
You can
yeah.
very easily put a ball short, thinking that the stones are going to turn it around.
Yeah, it's definitely tricky terrain. Last year there was none of these big stones on this terrain. In fact, there was no big stones on any of the terrains.
Yeah. No, it is better.
Heckmondwike completely resurfaced one of the squares over in the corner there with the big stones, and then this one put down especially for this weekend's event to make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think it bodes well for. This is only the second year that the event's been played, and there are a lot of improvements already from that first year, and
yeah,
we've
indeed.
got the footfall, haven't we?
Absolutely.
So I'd say something like 60% more entries
60,
this year.
60% increase, 52 teams on top of last year's 34. So
I think we were a bit unfortunate also just to have a fairly last-minute clash with a big event, or relatively big event in Wales, because I know there were a number of Welsh teams planning on coming up, and then they put
that's
a
right,
Bastille Day celebration.
Yeah, they have their annual Bastille Day competition, which has been going on for some time. So of course, just before they're slowly taking on the shot and getting the hit, but not quite pushing it far enough. Archie with another great point, to be fair. Even though he's not taking the point, it's in a great position. He's pointing really, really well. Looks like Luke's maybe going to sort of play out that now and try and promote it to take 2. I think we've got 3 plays, 4 perhaps.
Yeah, that's right. Jamie and Thierry have both got 2 balls each.
And David's played, so yeah, 3 plays 4. 6-5 here currently to the England youth squad. He's played for it, but unfortunately, it looks like he didn't quite have enough pace to either promote or move forward with his own ball. So obviously with them sitting together now, I think he's just going to try and search the point by coming up on the outside. And we've still got one from Solly as well. So 6-5 to the England youth squad. Must be almost time for the whistle. You can just see Gareth, our umpire, in the background checking the time.
Must be fairly close, I would have thought, to the hour.
Can't remember what time the whistle went, but we can't be far off. So a last ball to come from the England youth squad now. Solly with her last ball. So yeah, just gone along with that one. 2 nice balls in front to make it difficult, but
So did you say Dewsbury? Right, yes. Same thing.
Yeah, the train station.
it is indeed.
Is it the West Riding?
Yeah, if you like your real ale, West Riding at Dewsbury train station, great pub. Missed the train at Dewsbury plenty of times. So decent ball from Thierry there. Just nicked into the front 2. It's not moved them, but it's split them up, which could be helpful if they decide to take a shot on. But I don't think his ball is counting. We're going to see a measure. So Gareth, our umpire, is just within the vicinity. Just going to ask him how long's left. Gareth? How long? So I've just been informed there's 3 minutes to the whistle. So that could mean 2 more ends after this if this one gets wrapped up beforehand. But if this end is still in play when the whistle goes, there will be 1 more after it. So I'm not sure if that one's counting. But we've got 3 more balls to come from Team Blyton. I imagine it's definitely not counting now with the promotion of the front ball of the England youth squad. You get Ali's keys, there's an umbrella in the back of our car. So it's just started to rain here in Heckmondwike in West Yorkshire. It's been threatening for most of the day, but it's held off. We're just getting a little bit of a shower. There is still blue sky, so we might just get away with it. We might not get much more than this.
I think it's too risky.
No worries. So Jamie with 2 to come. knocked into point. Trying to come around the outside. He's got it with 1. It's a great point. 1 to come. So it's 2 on the ground. Puts them back in the lead. This will put them on 7 to lead 7-6 with 1 ball to come. Not quite got enough spin on that one, so it's just the 2. So yes, that's 2, puts them on 7, 7-6. 7-6 pour David Blyton.
Catch up tomorrow.
Who is sitting here?
No problem.
My friend's just gone to get mine out of the car, I think.
Oh, splendid. Yeah, come and buy one. We've got plenty available. Thank you, love it. Cheers.
I think he's just gone looking for that. I think he said go and get it. But... So there's the whistle. And as the jack's just been thrown in this end, there will be this end plus 1 more.
That's the question I was looking for.
Well, I'm assuming so. The end had started, so it's this end plus 1 more. So now utilising my umbrella that I bought last week. I know that's really boring information for some of you, but considering it was keeping me shaded from 35-degree heat in central France and keeping me out of the sun, now it's keeping me out of the rain. So rather useful. So some good pointing first 2 balls there. Jamie's going to take on this shot.
In body, anyway.
Come up short. It's a very close game, this one. Still could go anyway. Team Blyton just having taken the lead with 2 points in the last end. It's 7-6. But played 2 balls versus 1. With the England youth squad holding the point. So David are going to take on the point now for Team Blyton. He's already played 1. It's just behind and to the left of the jack. Is he going to play just for the point, or is he going to play for some movement? Played for the point. I think it's just dropped back and just dropped short.
Good ball.
It's a great ball. It's in front, it's in the line. Certainly a good defensive ball, and by the looks of it, Jamie's going to take on this shot now. He's gone just wide again. So 2 balls to come from Thierry, with still 5, I think, from the England youth squad. Can Thierry point this in under pressure? To be fair, I don't think he feels pressure, or maybe he does. So last ball to come now. First one didn't go anywhere. He's got it with that one. It's a great last ball. See that a lot in this sport.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And then it's that standing and hoping and praying that with 5 balls left, we still win at the end.
Seen that happen as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's happened to me
many times.
And many times I've had 5 ball and still not been able to get rid of something. So a decent shot from Solly there. Came up short, but it has cleared 1 ball out. So it's made it a little bit easier potentially to shift this ball that's holding the point, and she's got another ball in hand to take on that opportunity. So great to see our youngsters in action here against decent opposition. She's got the hit, she's got the stay, so that's 2 on the ground. So 3 ball to come now. Archie with 1, Luke with 2. Opportunity for a big scoring end. England youth squad back in control of this game now. This puts them back in the lead. How big can they make that lead? Can they make these last 3 balls count? Archie's been pointing well, always been in the vicinity. Can he do the same again? Yes, he can. That's 3. So 2 more. Both these to come from Luke. Solly's balls both being shot, both getting hits. The first one clearing the front ball, the second one clearing the ball that was holding the point. With a nice carrow. So still just 3. Luke's nudged one of Archie's balls closer, but in doing so his went out. So 3 on the ground. There's potential to play into the pack and try and clear that ball out the back, or to ignore it altogether and just point in for 4. Let's see what he does. Either way, it's 3 on the ground for the moment.
Well, looking at the way it's sitting on the ground at the moment, you would have to fancy the juniors. They can play a shot to nothing here on the pack of 3 and push the backboard out and score 5 points, and that would be very difficult to claw 4 points back in one end. I mean, if it stays like that, there'll be 2 points up and into play, and there's still a chance that if they score this point as well, it becomes quite difficult.
So I think that's come up short. I think that's just 3.
So if it's 3 points,
It's 3.
then it's about whether they can hold their nerve.
Yeah, so it's 3. So that is
Oh, Jamie.
9-6, 7, 9-7, 9-7. So yeah, 3 points at end, 9-7. Neuf set for the juniors. So this is the final end. 2 points between the teams. Juniors having taken the lead back in this match that has switched control on several occasions. Archie will be looking for a strong first point. He's got it. Not as close as some of his points today, but definitely puts them in a strong position to play out this end to a win. But it's not over yet. Still all to play for. And this final end, great point from David there to really switch the pressure back the other way. Solly's been hitting well. Can she get this one? It's like Archie wants to have a word before she plays. Are they thinking high lob point into the bull to get a rester, or so they're going to talk tactics? certainly two options here. I'm sure there are plenty of other options that people could argue for, but the obvious one is the shot. The other obvious one for me is to play for that resting bull, with this being the final end of a timed game.
Not sure
What
about
do you
that.
think?
No, I think that's poor tactic.
It's a tactic, I'm not saying it's the right one.
No, I think I understand what they're thinking here, but it's quite a defensive tactic, isn't it? You know, she comes in, she shoots down, makes a carrow, and the pressure is immense on the team because they're actually 2 points ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
yeah.
right? Are they 2 points or 1
2
point
points
ahead?
two
Yeah,
points
2
ahead.
points ahead.
2 points ahead.
They're almost trying to defend and keep them down to 1. And of course, what has happened now is that they've wasted the ball completely and they force themselves to point. So yeah, poor tactic, I think, really. Too defensive.
But had it come off, is it still a poor tactic?
Well, Tony agrees with me.
Yeah, indeed she does.
And of course, once you start getting into the trap of pointing, you end up having to keep on pointing because it becomes too risky to shoot, because David's ball is quite close to the cochonnet. So you yank it slightly and the cochonnet goes back, and then suddenly you're exposing to a big catastrophic end, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah, I've seen that a few times when we were watching Jason and Baz playing in France last week.
Mm-hmm.
Not one of the games we were live streaming, but one we watched at our club in France. So it's a decent goal from Luke. It's in the line where Jamie, Thierry and David may play, but still holding the point there. With 5 balls to
5v2.
That's come up well short from Solly. They're feeling the pressure. It's the
They don't look as if they're feeling the pressure.
I
think
so.
it's just a case of
things happen
of perhaps choosing the wrong tactic here, and this is the experience, isn't it? The more you play, the better you become at this type of a tactic.
So
that's a good result.
it's a good result.
But if you can push the cochonnet back here,
well, I mean, if you shoot it, you know, do you have one shot at the cosh? You've got 5 balls. You could argue you've got 3 chances, even some movement. So yeah, this is.
you see, I wouldn't be shooting the cochonnet here. I would be getting David, who's pointed well once, to be playing with weight straight at the cochonnet. He plays a really good point now. In terms of the percentages, Jamie, since I've been here, hasn't hit a ball. So now you're asking him to hit a cochonnet,
which is smaller. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it's if you're not shooting well, it's a big thing to go for.
I think what they're saying, I think the debate they're having is, shall we do the point or shall we shoot? And Jamie's saying, let me shoot 1 ball at the cochonnet because it can win us the game.
And you've still got 4 in hand,
yeah,
so you've still got a few opportunities.
And that's what you want with your shooter. You want them to want to shoot. If you tell them to go and shoot, it's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, I think if you're feeling confident, if you want to take the shot on, I think with 5 balls, your opponent's got none. I think you should definitely take that opportunity. There is a risk, but there's a huge reward.
If he was deliberately playing it along the ground, but
it's quite possible. They've still got 3 balls in hand, so there's still an opportunity here. A hit here does win. It's come up short again, so both those balls are dead down there. 3 balls to come. Now they've got a point. They've got 1. Need another to draw. So a big pressure point now. Can David remain cool under pressure? It's looking good.
that was close.
It was. Don't know whether he was going for the trail or whether he was just going for the point. Had a bit of pace on it, but it was the line was perfect. Last 2 balls now. 1 brings it level, 2 wins it. still the opportunity to bring the bull behind into play if he gets some movement on the jack.
Unfortunately, I don't think we've seen particularly strong tactics here from either team.
Yeah, I think there's certainly been some varied decisions. It's been an interesting game to watch. It's always nice to watch the youngsters in action, win or lose. Obviously, it's important for their development to play. It's important for their development to lose. It's important for their development to win, like they have done now.
Oh well.
But you know,
I think I'm going to be listening to a lot of whinging in the car tonight.
So you driving back up tonight?
Yes,
or
going
yeah?
back tonight and come back.
Coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, and I've got my German friend staying with me. So. How's nice, guys?
Okay, well, thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for joining. It's the last match today, but we will have the shooting competition for you in just a short while. So thanks for watching. I hope the live stream is useful for yourself, Tony, and the rest of the youth squad in their development. And you know, maybe we'll see them in action again this weekend. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and we'll bring you the shooting competition soon. No problem, Tony. Thanks a lot, people.